activities with our groundwater model over there. I want to start off by asking anyone, can anyone tell me what a watershed is? Because we talked about groundwater and we're going to talk a little bit more about how to keep our water clean. But knowing what a watershed is going to help us understand why all these issues are so important. So has anyone heard the word watershed before? Awesome. So what do you think a watershed is? Yeah.
Where we have a couple of wells,
Okay, maybe, sort of. So you're using the water that's there. Maybe any other ideas about what a watershed is? What do you think?
maybe keep water, store store stuff, clean the water.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of like the storing water. A watershed is the whole area of land where all the water that falls on it goes into the same place. So I like to think of it like a bathtub. You know, in a bathtub, if you have your shower faucet and all the water that falls, no matter where in the bathtub it falls, it's all going to go into the same place. Does that make sense? It all goes out to that drain. So a watershed is just the land where all that water that falls on it goes into the same area. And so when we talk about pollution on our land, it's really a big deal because someone in Michigan, someone in Illinois, someone in another place, the things that they're doing on their land might actually affect my drinking water just because of the way that the water drains. So when it falls, where that water is going. So in the last demonstration, you all played different roles where you were impacting the environment. What are some of the ways that humans impact the environment, and what are some types of pollution that we put on our environment? And we had a lot of great examples. So we're going to make a little model based on what you guys are saying. And this is all of our clean water. We're going to say this is clean water. And we're going to put some pollutants in it. So we're going to pretend that we are on our land, we are doing stuff, and we're putting pollution in our water. So what sort of pollutants might we find? Yeah?
Oil or gasoline in the car.
Yeah, exactly. So in this bottle, I have some vegetable oil, and this is going to represent all of my gasoline, anything leaking from a car. Alright, so now there's some oil in my water source, unfortunately. And maybe this was somebody from Michigan and it ended up over here. It all just drained over here. What are some other pollutants that we might find? Yeah?
Garbage.
We might find garbage, absolutely. How many of you have maybe dropped something, thrown something out the window, maybe accidentally, maybe you just weren't thinking, right? Or maybe you've seen someone else do it? Have you guys ever gone to a park and seen lots of plastic bags?
Yes.
I have, definitely. Alright, so we got some litter. We have a couple different types of litter. We have a lot of plastic. Unfortunately, we have some paper. What can we do with paper?
Recycle.
Yeah, we can recycle it. Alright, so we've got some pieces of litter and our water. And what are some other things? Maybe think about the demonstration that you guys just came from. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, who's my potato farmer? That was you. Right on, man. Alright, we've got some pesticides. So that's going to be our black pepper over here. Yeah, are these things necessarily bad to put on the land in small amounts? We might need, pesticides can help our crops grow, right? How many of us ate breakfast or dinner? Yeah, so we need food, but if we put too many on, or pesticides that are harmful to other animals, that maybe pesticides that haven't been researched enough, they can be bad. Alright, what else? Let's hear from someone I haven't heard from. Yeah? Some waste. So, like animal waste? Yeah. So, here I have soil. We're going to use this. This can represent our waste. And it also represents something else. And I'm actually going to put this on an aluminum pan. I know there are the box elder bugs. We're going to just try to get them. So, alright, so we have some waste that maybe gets into the water supply. And what are some other pollutants? What are some other things that might end up in our water? Yeah?
If for human peace.
Okay, so human waste, we'll count that with that. What else?
Gases or something?
Gases. Alright, so we have the oil. Do you mean things just like in our atmosphere? Yeah, absolutely. So, has anyone heard of acid rain? Yeah. So, acid rain or chemicals might end up in our atmosphere, and then what happens when those chemicals, they end up in our atmosphere, and then they precipitate? Where do they go? Where is that going to end up? Yeah.
Lakes, rivers.
Lakes, rivers. Yeah, and it might just end up maybe out in our prairie, but then when it rains, it's going to go down. Water is lazy, so it's going to follow the path of least resistance. So I'm adding some vinegar. It's going to smell real nice. So that represents all of our chemicals and things getting in our waterways. What else? This is one we haven't really talked very much about. What do you think?
Also, for like the plastic garbage, pretty much already on Earth, even when it's mostly non-existent.
Yeah, because it just runs there. A lot of times it's through rain events. Yeah.
It could be like a carcass of animals.
Okay, so animal carcasses. And that's probably like a natural thing because animals are going to be dying. What about if you clear cut a whole forest? What if you clear cut a whole forest? Where's that soil going to go? Yeah.
Into a lake, river.
Yeah. So obviously you can find some soil in lakes and streams naturally, right? You can probably find some soil at the bottom of a river. But when we clear cut, when we cut down lots of trees, those roots of the trees are keeping that soil in place. So when we cut them down, where's that soil going to go, Aiden?
The soil's all going to go away. So if you cut the trees down, the soil's all just going to wash away into the rivers.
Yeah, it's all going to wash away. And now, you guys might be thinking, well, I don't really care about this because this is all happening in other places. But what are some things that we use water for? Raise your hand if you can tell me one thing that we use water for. Yeah.
Drinking.
Drinking, absolutely.
Taking a shower.
Taking showers, yeah. What else?
Living.
Living, more specific. What do you think?
Swimming.
Swimming, yeah. Water and fights, recreation, yeah. Going to the bathroom, flushing the toilet. Kate.
Cooking.
Cooking. Yeah.
Entertainment.
Entertainment for fun. Last two. You go first.
Watering crops.
Watering crops over food. And did you have one?
And cleaning pots.
Cleaning dishes, things like that. So, yeah. Cleaning your clothes, yeah. So water is really important. And would you guys want to drink something that looks like this? No. Do you guys want to make something that will clean this?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So what we're going to do, you guys, I know you guys are getting kind of wiggly. Can I have your attention for like just a few more minutes? I'm going to break you off into groups and you're going to be doing a hands-on thing in just a few minutes, but I need your attention for these next 2 minutes. Alright, so what you guys are going to do is you are going to make something that you might find in nature. What are some of the things that you might find out in the environment that might clean water? Yes? Bogs. Okay. What else?
Heat.
Okay, heat.
It turns there and then it goes back and so does clean water.
Yeah, the sun definitely does have some cleansing properties. Heat. What were you going to say?
Like, use grass to make like a weed that crosses, takes soil, catches the soil.
Yeah, so you said weeds, and we just looked at that groundwater model over there. So weeds, I'm going to sort of lump that into vegetation, so plants and trees and grasses and things like that. Those definitely help keep our soil clean, or keep our water clean, yeah. Sand, so the different layers of soil. So we have clays and sands and different types of soil, and they form different layers underground. We've got rocks. And so when the water goes through, those different things are going to be filtering out pollutants. Some of our plants, even some weeds, will actually take up toxins, so they'll take up bad things and form them, make them into something else. And so all those pollutants, all these things, are then not going to get to our drinking water if we have an intact, healthy ecosystem. So what I'm going to ask you to do is we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 people. If everyone can get in groups of 3,
No.
If everyone gets in groups of 3, and then 4 groups of 3 and 1 group of 2, then we are going to make filters. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give everyone a bottle that looks like this, and I'm going to give everyone cups of supplies. So we are going to have cotton balls, rocks, sand, some grasses, and then some shredded paper towels. The cotton balls kind of represent our root structure, so the things that are keeping the soil in place, and you want to make sure to put those at the very bottom, otherwise everything's going to fall through. The rest of the items, you can make it however you want, whatever you think is going to do the best job of filtering this water. And you can, I'm going to give everyone a cup of some materials. If you need more, I have plenty more, but that should just kind of get you started. And then when everyone is done making their models, we're going to test them out and see how well you guys do filtering our water. Okay? Yeah?
So like, where's the water gonna filter into?
This is how you're gonna make your filters. So everyone will come up here and you'll get these cups. And you'll start by putting a cotton ball at the bottom. Everyone got 2 cotton balls. So you'll put a cotton ball at the bottom. And then in here are rocks. So you can make it however you want to make it. And then once we're all done, we're gonna filter it into here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So does this visual help you guys out a little more? Yes. So you'll have all these materials. Just try not to spill them. But if you do, it's not a big deal. We can clean it up. So if you need more rocks, you can ask. So I'll give you some time to make your filters, and then we will come together and see how well it does cleaning out our dirty, gross water. Sound good? Alright, so once you have your partner, you can come to me and you can get all of your materials.